Time's up. Admiral.
Here it comes.
Hi. No roundtable intro because I deleted the last one because I thought I wasn't going to do anything this week, and it's only the Ginger and the Jew. So
Ginger and the Jew. We got to come up with an intro for just the two of us. I think it's time we do it enough.
Maybe. I know. But, well, anyway, I mean, so this wasn't planned. This was something I'd been sort of kicking around. Well, this particular day wasn't planned. This stream itself was planned, where we would see what my win-loss record was for predicting the success of the movies of 2025. And Jed is essentially here to keep me honest. He's here to be impartial and keep me honest, since we're going to be using a video I made literally almost a year ago to track whether or not, because that's where we got the list from. Other than that, Jed, how are you? Have a good Christmas week?
I did have a great Christmas week. Didn't travel this year, so it was just me, the wife, and the dog having a great time doing all the Christmas traditions that we love. I streamed Tomb Raider 2013, sped run that on Christmas Day. You've played that one, right, Adam?
No.
You haven't?
I haven't played those.
I got through that game in 4.5 hours. It
Jeez.
was insane how quickly I got through it, but it was a lot of fun. Of course, finished Spider-Man earlier today, and I spent the majority of today actually writing the short story that the chat helped create in the Writer Flight podcast.
You and Rachel were working on that yesterday while she was doing the art for it.
Yep, we did a stream together for that last night called Story Forge. Unfortunately, I underestimated the time it would take to write this short story, so I only got through one chapter last night. I got through a second chapter today. It looks like it's going to be about 25 pages, which is good for a short story. That's not bad at all. But I'm going to have to plan ahead. This is a trial and error period. We're going to do the segment Chat Choose Your Own Adventure again tomorrow in Writer Flight. But I'm going to be a little bit more prepared for Story Forge if we reach that super chat threshold. I think I need to have everything outlined beforehand, so I'm not sitting there like, what should happen next type thing.
Yeah, well, listen, it was a new segment, and you work out the kinks. Work out the kinks.
Exactly.
Like this particular, if this was a real roundtable, it took us years to work this shit out to where it runs marginally well. Anyway, but hail and howdy to everybody who's joining us today on this kind of impromptu semi-roundtable. That's why I just said it's a roundtable special, because I didn't make anybody else be here. They don't have to be here, but Jed has to.
His whipping boy.
Well, it's also
had to be here.
Excuse me. It kind of ties into driving as well a little bit, since you and I talk movies every week.
So yeah, he's bringing on a soulless Ginger to keep him in line. The Jewish dishonesty being held in check by a soulless person.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know how all this is going to work out.
We don't know. Anyway, so hail out everybody in the chat. We hope you guys had a nice, safe Christmas, and we hope you're going to have a nice, safe New Year, because it's only a couple days away, and we're going to do well. So hope you guys are doing well. So hit those like button, guys, and let's dive right in. We don't want to take all night with this, because I still got dinner to eat, and I still got Wormhole watch later tonight. So we don't want to spend it. We don't know how long it's going to take, so we hope you buckle up and ride with us. So last year, early January, I made predictions on what I thought the movies are going to be based upon this graphic right here. Now, there are clearly some movies missing here or there. This was what came up in the beginning of 2025 when I did my search for what are the movies of 2025. Let's make some predictions. And there's a couple here that aren't there, but a lot of that, they didn't do shit anyway, so we're not going to worry about that. But here we are. So, Jed, you've seen this image. I've shown it to you many times over the past year.
Many times.
Yeah.
It's still a very comprehensive list of the major movies that came out.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything major left off here.
I mean, in terms of things that got news, that one battle after another crap isn't on here, but that failed anyway. I mean, it's going to win all the Oscars.
No matter what they say.
Yeah.
They're under the impression that just because this is the highest grossing film from this director, that it's a success. Well, it also costs 3 times as much as his previous projects. So, but yeah, it's just more misunderstanding of gross versus net. Like, I don't know if you've been seeing this. We'll talk about Avatar later. But Avatar is now the highest grossing trilogy of all time, which everyone knew that was going to happen once. But just misunderstanding gross versus net in the comments was wild. And someone was bragging that it made more money than the original Star Wars trilogy. And I'm just, all right, look at adjusted for inflation. A New Hope or the original Star Wars, ass whoops all of them when adjusted for inflation. Well over $3 billion. But these people have contemporary mindset to a debilitating degree.
Dude, you just said exactly the thing that I'm going to be harping on. I'm really going to harp on this a lot in 2026, gross versus net. I already do to some extent, but that is one of my missions here, to try and hammer it out there, make these idiots understand gross versus net, because it started last week with the whole Disney made $6 billion this year. No,
God.
No, it didn't. It did not. It barely.
If it made that much in gross, that's still not good for them.
Well,
because the net is just
the net was nothing. A lot of these movies on here lost Disney money. Only these two movies on here have made Disney money. The rest all lost some money. We're gonna get so here is the infographic. Now, if I could remember what I said for each one, we would just leave this up and we would we'd switch to the numbers. But no, unfortunately, we have to bring up this handsome lad right here. This handsome lad.
I kind of wish you would have given me this in advance. I could have remade the graph with their final numbers, your predictions, their budgets.
I had originally thought I was going to do this on a daily dive, but then you're like, let's do something on Sunday. And I thought, okay, let's do this. It's a good excuse. But this handsome guy right here, a year ago, made some predictions. So this is a 21-minute video, and I don't say much for each one. It's essentially me going down the list, which will be shown here. So we're gonna
unfortunately, new camera.
No, it's the same camera. Same camera. This is just, it's over here instead of over here.
Is it just the angle?
It's the angle. That's the standard.
Well, it looks like you have a little bit more scruff now than you did back then, and that looks good.
I shave less. I still shave every week. It's just a matter of when. So anyway, so this is last year. We're gonna be jumping back and forth, everybody. So I apologize. We're gonna be jumping back and forth between windows, but we'll make it work. Okay, so let's see what I have to say. So let's get started. Some of these I know, some of these I don't know. I had to look a few up, and I hope you understand if I don't have the budget for all of them, because some of these budgets aren't even released. Oh God, I put stupid music on behind this.
Gee. Oh, I can't hear it.
I hear it. Yeah. So let's get right into this. Wolfman.
I do that a lot too.
Wolfman released it on January 17th. We have gone over this trailer on Roundtable before. We looked at it, and we did. We did. Okay.
Teaser for it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. I thought that was Molo Mondays back then when they did that. Okay, we did it. Okay.
Maybe.
Brutally
I don't
honest.
remember seeing the trailer at least.
I don't remember anymore. Even I don't remember. On Mondays. Either way, brutally honest. This movie's not made for me. It's a horror movie. It's got decent looking practical effects, which means it probably didn't cost a lot of money, but horror people sound like they're into this. So it's probably going to do okay. Okay. All right. So there's my first position. I said Wolfman was going to do, okay, wait, bring it up, stupid. There we go. I said Wolfman, and it's spelled Wolfman. It's not one word, it's two words. So it took me a second when I was searching for it. It wouldn't come up. And I realized, wait a minute, did they make it two words? These jackasses.
Make it one word or hyphenate it.
Yeah. So Wolfman. All right. Was I right? No, I was wrong. $25 million budget, Jed, and made only $35 million.
I remember it failed, but I didn't remember it was this bad. Oh my God.
All right, can you keep track of the win-losses for me? Can you write these down while we're doing this?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So I got this one wrong, but you know what? This is one. I made the statement, I don't know horror. So by saying that, I think it's fair to say it's okay that I got this one wrong, because I said it wasn't made for me. Therefore, I couldn't. Whatever I could gauge might not be good. So all right. So that's an L, but it is still an L. So I got an L. All right. Now we take this down. This is going to be really annoying to go back.
You can share your entire screen and then switch between the programs. Just Alt Tab.
You know, you're right. I could. No. You know what I could do? No, I know what I could do. I know what I can do because it'll work on on Chrome. What I'll do is I will just add this to the whole tab, because Chrome does allow for the tab switching. So I'll just share it all as one audio video. There, I'm smart. I'm smart. See there now, it's all. Let's see if it'll work. Let's bring it up. Will it work? No, it didn't work. Okay, I'm not smart.
What do you mean?
I'm not smart. I thought it would. I forgot when you share an audio one, it doesn't let you change tabs. I thought it would let me change tabs. It doesn't let me change tabs. So I thought I was smart. Apparently, I'm not. Oh, and I just I just closed the window with the video on it. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna send you the link for the video, so you have that video up and you can share it. Oh no, wait, no, I still have to close the window. No, never mind. Never mind. I am good at what I do here, aren't I?
But do you have both links? I can share them both for you.
Hang on. I gotta get back to where we were on Wolfman because it didn't save it.
This is a very professional stream.
I am the best at what I do. Anyway, okay. So all right, we're just gonna jump back and forth. It's gonna be dumb. We're just gonna jump back.
If you send me both links, I can take care of it.
No, I'll do it. It's all right. You're here for moral support. Okay. All right. So where was Wolfman? So Wolfman, I got that wrong. Understand if I don't have the budget for all of them because some of these budgets aren't even released yet. So let's get right into this. All right. So Wolfman already did that. Decent looking practical. It's a horror movie, money, but horror people, and this could be the start as we low budget. This could be the start of Hollywood learning its lesson. Low budget. It wasn't. No, Hollywood learned no lessons this year. Genre.
Well, it just wasn't good, and that's the thing we always say is these ideas could work, but good execution matters just as much as anything else. So we can be glad that they're trying new ideas or trying to be practical, cheaper. But if they're not good movies, they're not going to learn the lesson.
They're not going to learn the lesson. Just to make there February 7th. This is a so this is Love Hurts. Love Hurts on February 7th. This is another return to Short Round's career. Kui Hu Wong, however you say his name. I feel so bad when I can't get people's names right. It's terrible.
There's some difficult names out there. I feel you.
Short Round. He's Short Round.
Short Round.
He's an assassin that gets drawn back into his world of assassin stuff. Looks like it's an action comedy, probably very low budget. Will probably be well received because there's a lot of positive energy around that dude. People like his comeback, his return to acting. I think people are going to enjoy it. It's probably be okay. Nothing great, but a return to the normalcy. That's the theme that we might be seeing. Okay, so essentially I said it was going to do okay. I think that's what I said.
You did it okay. Yep.
Okay, so now we bring back up the next one.
And a lot of these predictions are going to be hard to give you credit for or not give you credit for. Like we mentioned with Wolfman, is a lot of these budgets just weren't out yet in January for these films. So doing all right depended on a reasonable guess at what the budget would be. So some of these films you might have been right about if they had reasonable budgets. So I'm all right giving you some leeway when it comes to
see that's just why Jed is here. He's here to forgive whatever I do wrong. No, on an $18 million budget, it didn't even make its budget back. So much for
a category for neutral, like Wolfman and Love Hurts.
I don't know. No, you got to put in the L. We're gonna keep me honest here. I didn't. If we do this again next year, I will do maybe I'll add a intermediate category if I do this again for next year. But yeah, so that's an L. So much for a Short Round's comeback. So much for that. Didn't last long. Okay, so let's take that one down. And I need to close these tabs because there's 25 tabs up here on this thing. It's a lot. Oh, here we go. You're ready for this one. This one, I know. I got right. I know I got this one right. Next one.
You sure you don't want to send me the video? That way you're just switching between the share screens in the back end instead of unsharing, resharing.
But you can only share one at a time is the problem.
Well, they'll both be in the back end, though. So you just have to click on them to switch between them.
Wait, I can share one and you can share one. You're right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll send you this. I'll send you the video of me because I have all the tabs for the other one. So perfect. I'll send you the video for me. So go to 2 minutes, 42 seconds on that. You're right. See, he's here. Guys, I took a nap before this. I'm probably still awake. I'm putting in the private chat. I go to 2 minutes, 42 seconds as we come up to one I know I got right. I know I got that one right. Yeah. So there are ones on here on this list that I know I got right, that I know completely. I knew I was going to get right, and I'm happy I got right, and I look like a genius. Especially because a lot of these I predict. I totally also predicted the box office, which is also why Jed is also here to also confirm for a lot of these. I predicted the box offices correctly. for a lot of these, for what they would be. So here we go. The next one, go.
All right, here we go.
Through this. But here's the other thing we're going to see right now. February 14th, Black Falcon, Captain America, the first of many Disney flops that you will get this year.
Yes.
The beginning of the end of the
pause
MCU.
Pause it. Yes, it was the first of many Disney flops. I was right about that. So let's hear me officially say it now. Go.
Really circles the drain and leaves a stain. Black Falcon Captain America costs over $400 million. Needs $1 billion to even sniff at break even. This thing's going to fail massively.
Okay.
They have reshot this thing.
All right. So, yeah. Hang on. Remove.
For these, do you make any actual predictions on the actual numbers of the box office, or is it just do well? Do well.
I didn't make any numbers on this. I left that for our specific discussions each time around. So, but
okay,
I said
this
was going to
absolutely be a win.
I said I was going to fail, and lo and behold, it did. We know the 180 million was a bullshit. We know this thing was over $200 million, $300 million even. It only made $430 million. This thing flopped hard, even by their failed metrics, by their fake metrics. So I get a W on this one. I get a W.
Absolutely.
That's an absolutely. All right, so let's bring this one down. Bring that back up. What's next?
Pretty easy.
5 times from what we understand. There's no saving. It's done failure. Snow White.
Go.
Flops. Rachel Zegler. Everybody hates her. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wants Disney live action anymore. But here she comes to ruin your day. Well, she's not going to ruin my day. We're gonna have fun for
We
weeks.
did have fun.
Did she ruin your day though? I can't remember if you watched it or not.
I watched it. Oh, I watched it.
You did.
Yeah, it was a struggle to watch it because the world didn't care. So I say it flopped. I know I said it flopped, and yeah, damn it, come on, work, please, thank you. Yeah, mega flopped. $269 million posted budget.
I didn't remember that it only got 200. Oh my god!
Yeah,
these numbers are worse than I remember.
Yes, this was colossal failure. This is not just a flop. This was a bomb. We can now use the word bomb. Black Falcon Captain America, that was a flop. This was a bomb. This was a total bomb.
They can't use the argument of, pretending gross is the thing that matters above all else. Even they couldn't use that. That's when you know it's a bomb. I think that's the best way to put it, is a bomb is when these people who choose not to understand gross versus net can't even defend its success.
Exactly. So, W. All right, so I'm 2-2 right now. I'm 2-2. All right, what do you think I'm going to have a winning record by the time we reach the end of this? What do you think? Do you think I will?
I think it's going to be more in the W's than the L's.
Okay, all right.
It depends. There's a lot of those little ones that you just didn't have the information on. We didn't know what they were. Like Alto Nights, which is the next one. You had no fucking clue what that movie was when you made this video. So,
but I think I got it right. I think I got it right.
So
Let's see.
I think you're going to eke out just a barely above win to lose ratio. But if we take into reasonable accounts, like no idea what any of these films were, or their budgets or stuff like that.
I know where my L's are on this. I know exactly where my major L's are. I know exactly which where my major L's are. Okay, so here we go.
Snow White live action, as it bombs over $200 million before 3 reshoots. This thing requires a $700-800 million break-even point, and nobody wants to watch Rachel Zegler. Failure incoming. Followed up now.
Does she have any new movies coming out this
No.
year?
Well, there's been a lot of talk about getting her involved. Well, she's trying to do something with Marissa Tomei, last I heard, which was seeking investors and a couple other things. Lately, they've tried. I mean, you know what she did right after? You know, we all remember where Sydney Sweeney went sheer for an award show a couple months ago, which broke the internet and revealed that yes, her tits are still fantastic. They look better than they ever have, honestly. A couple of days later, Rachel Zegler tried to do that too, but she wore some granny panties and pasties.
I remember that,
and she got annihilated online for that.
At least it sounds like Hollywood is starting to realize that an actress who's been in 5 consecutive flops, every major film she's ever been in, is an abject failure.
Yeah.
Hopefully they picked up on that and stopped playing with cancer.
March 21st, Alto Nights. From what I understand, this is a biographical thing about mobsters. People like mobster movies. People watch these things. Probably very low budget. But people hate Robert De Niro now. They might not go see it because of him. I don't.
You got that part right, at least.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what I say.
They thought The Irishman, because The Irishman did so well, they thought they could recapture that success, but turns out nobody cares.
I don't think it's going to do very, very well. I think it's going to be kind of and going to be forgotten very quickly.
Okay.
It won't go.
All right. So I said not do very well, and it did not. $10 million on a $45 million budget. I was right. That's an L. I mean, that's a W. That's a W. I get a W on that one.
Yeah, you get a W. They got an L. Oh my God. What studio made this?
Does it say?
Should say under summary. I thought.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Going on here.
Right there. Warner Brothers.
Oh. Well, hey. Gee, I wonder why Warner Brothers is being bought now, because they make shit.
Yes, so, they did have really high grossing films this year, but they also had a lot of low grossing films. If anything, do you think they broke even? We agree that Disney, if it made any profit, it was enough to buy a sandwich, as you put it. But did Warner Brothers reach that height as well?
If you take into what really happened with Superman, no, they didn't. With the real numbers of suit that we know that they fake, they did not. No, they lost their shirts on Superman. They lost their shirts.
Oh, they
which we'll get to.
Did.
Which we'll get to.
We're getting there.
All right, so that's a W. That's a W. I take
Absolutely.
that one. That's a W. Okay. What's up next?
Under the radar.
Here comes my first major L. Here comes my first major L.
Freaking Black. Nobody asked for this movie. Even the target audience, 12-year-olds who play Minecraft.
I think you're still right with that.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't make sense to me. No one was actually asking for it, and somehow it made a fucking $1 billion.
Meme. It's because of the meme. It's because of the memes. That's why.
It is live action brain rot.
Yeah.
Obsessively. They don't want this. They didn't ask for it. They don't want Jack Black. They don't even want Jason Momoa in it. They don't want it. It's going to fail. Nobody likes this.
All right. Here's my first major L. My first real major L. That thing made almost $1 billion freaking dollars. Because of me.
Oh, it didn't quite make it? Oh, I thought
didn't quite make it.
Billion.
No, didn't quite make it. But here's where, again, I'm asking Jed here for keep me honest. I got it wrong, but nobody actually liked this movie. They went there for Chicken
awful.
Jockey. This movie got all the money because people went over and over again to do Chicken Jockey TikTok videos. That's why it made all this money, at least domestically. The rest of the world, retarded. I don't understand them. But domestically, it made $423 million domestically because people made Chicken Jockey TikTok videos. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. And that's what pushed the domestic. But the international, as we see with a lot of movies on this list and for years, foreign audiences like pretty colors. And my theory is it's because of subtitles. Like if you're going to go to a big movie that isn't in your language, you're going to want one that you don't have to really focus on the plot to understand. Fast and Furious, if you just have that on mute, you're still going to get the basic idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's my personal theory for why these type of big action, low plot, low character, something you don't need to follow along with, they do well overseas, like Avatar, like Minecraft, stuff like that. But pretty lights.
I take the L on this one. I take the L. It's an L. I can't dodge it. I still got it wrong. But we worked it out. Why? It's clearly why I got it wrong. There's no.
It was an anomaly. No one could have predicted it. I was wrong with it as well. I pretty much aligned with you in all these predictions. So this isn't just you taking the L's and W's. I throw myself in there. I didn't make this video, but on roundtables, we were in agreement on most of these films.
Yeah, you're right. Hail everybody in the chat coming in. We're happy to have you guys here. I see people coming in. Hope you're having a good day. Please hit that like button. Keep talking to each other. Chat with us. We like to see you guys having fun. Okay, what's up next? What's on? Oh, damn it! All right. So, this one I know you'll have thoughts on.
17
posted it when it first came out on the trailer. Bomb. Mickey 17. I had to look this one up too. It's a Robert Pattinson sci-fi thing about some dude waking up to colonize an ice planet and bad things happen. It looks like.
All right. I didn't know about the cloning part yet. No one knew about the cloning thing yet when I read that. Didn't have anything in it about the cloning. All right.
So,
We thought
I
it was.
just love that description. I'd much rather watch that movie.
That's what I thought it was gonna. It sounded like it should be a serious thing about waking up and surviving on a new colony. That's what the initial description looked like. None about this cloning retarded shit and pseudo Trumpisms and stuff in there with Mark Ruffalo.
The movie was fucking horrendous. I'm still interested in the book though, because
Mhm.
there is a good concept beneath all of that with the idea of human cloning to do disposable jobs instead of robots in the future, stuff like that. And the book Mickey 7 instead of 17 sounds like it stuck more towards that, was a lot more serious. So I might still check out the book, but the movie, it thought that it was the funniest thing on God's green earth. And that's usually a sign that it's one of the worst things on God's green earth.
Yeah.
Like Mark Ruffalo and his wife just drooling and saying sauce in sensual voices for 20 minutes. That happened. And they were talking about juicing aliens. They're like, let's juice some aliens and make some sauce. Oh yeah, you love the sauce. And then she'd like put her fingers in his mouth. It's like, there's sauce, the blood of the aliens on my fingers. Taste that sauce.
All right, let's see.
Horrendous.
Let's see what I said based upon what I thought. This might be one of those.
Looks like a low-budget sci-fi action movie. Here's the theme we're keeping with now. It looks like they're gonna go back and make low-budget sci-fi movies and rely on good acting to get through, good character work. So this will probably be received well.
I was really looking forward to the movie, and I think it's my fault that you had that, because already by this point, I'd seen the trailers, I heard about the book, I was looking forward to it, so I was in your ear being excited about it. So I think that's where you got this perspective that people were excited for. And I do think people were like the few people who knew about it thought it might be interesting. So, but I blame your prediction on me.
Let's fit up. I think I'm going to say what I'm going to say now. Hold on.
And it'll probably do okay until dawn.
All right, pause it. Okay. No, it didn't. It failed massively. $118 million budget, made only 133. Massive failure. Massive failure. So failure. I take an L on that one. Circumstances, it's an L, but once again, I think when we look at how I was perceiving it, what I looked up for it, it didn't say anything about cloning. It didn't say anything about that, and we didn't know it was going to be so heavily politically messaged at the time. So,
but this is one that I'd put in the reasonable allowances for disqualification.
But it's still an L. It's still an L. Yeah, it's still an L. Okay.
All right. As of right now, you're at 3 wins and 4 L's.
Well, I know where I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna make a comeback. I'm gonna make a comeback.
A horror movie. All right. That's all I know. People love horror movies. They'll watch it. They'll enjoy it. Horror people they love their stuff. Not for me. Probably low budget. Probably gonna do okay.
Okay, pause that one. All right, so Until Dawn. Once again, this thing came and went. Nobody knew about it. But on a $15 million budget and a $50 million gross, I think it just made a little bit of profit.
So that would qualify as being all right. I'd give you that win.
Yeah. I'll take. All right, good. Jen says I got it. I'll take the W. I'll take the W. All right, so that was that was a good win. Good win. Solid win. I take the W on this next one. I know I did.
Yes, the Thunderbolts on May 2nd, the beginning of the summer season. It's just gonna bomb. Nobody wants a Thunderbolts movie. Nobody asked for a Thunderbolts movie. This is gonna be glorious.
All right. It didn't bomb, but it did flop. This is what, remember, they claimed that every movie they made for this summer from MCU was only $180 million, which is feasibly impossible.
Bald-faced lie. Yeah.
So we know this cost more money. They were reshoots. They chopped it up. It made only 382. Even by their metrics, it still lost money if you add in the marketing campaign, because they had a big marketing campaign.
That's why I love the numbers put that there now. If you scroll down to the budget, they now put in parentheses. It's 2.1 times production budget. So they're putting in the multiplicator for it. And we know that the industry standard is 2.5 to break even. So even with those numbers, 2.1 is not 2.5 . So it's a failure.
Because they did that whole marketing.
It's got to be at least 60 million more.
With the new
they
Avengers.
spent more at the back end for that too.
Yeah. And they filmed the Stinger while they started filming Doomsday. When they were,
so at least that didn't cost Thunderbolts much money.
But it means they didn't have the movie still didn't have a solid script where they could tack that on at the end. So I take a W on this one. Do I take a W?
Absolutely.
Okay. I take a W. Okay, good. All right. See, I told you I'm catching up. I catch up in the summer here. I catch up in the summer. Okay.
Oh, I don't know if you heard. So you know how Sam Wilson's Captain America is going to have his own Avengers team versus the Thunderbolts' new Avengers team?
Yeah.
The joke is that they're both going to be calling themselves the Avengers, right? But because it's Black Captain Falcon America, he's going to spell Avengers with a Z.
Like Latinx.
I hope it's true. It's probably not, but I hope that's true.
Listen, we're gonna have plenty of time to talk about Doomsday in the next 12 months. Literally, the next 12 months, we're gonna be talking about this.
At least they finally put out a trailer. It sounds like the third
pieces.
One seems like there's some, there's substance to it versus just wow.
Is it? It's the X-Men trailer. I think it's the X-Men trailer.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out about that this week, I'm sure. All right. I think I'm gonna take a W.
You burn for a second time in 2025.
I think I get a W on the next one.
Listen,
I think so.
I don't want to hear about Doomsday. I don't want to hear.
I can hear
about
the music
Secret
now.
War. How he's going to come back.
That's a free thing they gave me, and I took it. That's before I started taking the Mass Effect free theme. I would stick behind.
Who cares about these characters? I don't care. Florence Pew Pew is hot. They're not going to go see this because Florence Pew Pew is hot.
I don't know if this is controversial. I don't think she's hot at all.
I don't
She's
either.
Got a baby face.
Florence Pew Pew does not do it.
She's not ugly.
No, but yeah, but you know what? I'm throwing her out of bed. I am throwing her out of bed. I'm not into her at all.
It's the difference between face and body, and I think a lot of people override the face.
I mean, it's a thing. I may complain about Brie Larson, but I'm not throwing Brie Larson out of bed. I could put socks on her feet. I put socks on her feet. It's okay. It's all right.
Socks in a bag, and you can deal with most celebrities.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
They're not going to see this. It's going to bomb. Probably $200-300 million budget, bomb. Final Destination on May 16th. Listen, I thought this franchise was dead. I thought this franchise was done. It has its fan base. Good for you. I don't know the quality of the movies as they went on. Listen, I don't know if there's the staying power to people trying to fight death or dodge death or whatever the themes are at this point. It'll probably be fine. Low budget, regular spend.
I got this one right. Very low budget. $50 million, made $315. That's a win.
That is a win. I was about to say, did Final Destination finally reach the final destination? But it looks like it's got a little bit left in it.
Yeah, so I said it was going to do fine, and it made money. So
absolutely,
they're probably going to make more of these because it made more. It has its fan base. It clearly has its fan base. And for $50 million,
$6, I think.
I don't know.
And for $50 million, you can crank those out.
Yeah. So they made money on this one. So that's a win. I got a W. There we go. Here comes my rally. I'm going to rally now in the summer with these summer movies.
Oh, yeah. You're already at 6 W's to 4 L's. So
yeah. Oh, and we know what goes on in the summer here. I only have one more L in the summer. Only got one more L in the summer, which is the next one.
The next one.
It's the next one. It's the next one.
Special effects. But this feels like one more squeeze of the teat to get a little drop out. Okay, Lilo and Stitch. This is where my objectivity really has to come into play. I have to put all my hate.
Pause it right here now. We also have to recognize this, though. There was some lies told about this in the beginning. They moved. Oh, no. I'm thinking about How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, let's see what I say. I don't know what I say. Let's see what I say.
Modern day Disney aside and modern day Disney live action stuff, this movie's probably going to do well.
Oh!
It looks like.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh!
So it's not an L.
It's not an L. It's a W because it did do well. In fact, it's one of Disney's successes at $1 billion.
So you undersold its success, but you still said it would do well, and this 100% did that.
Okay, I thought I called this one out. I think I was confusing it with, you know what it is? I'm thinking about How to Train Your Dragon, which has some mitigating circumstance. I will defend whatever I say on that one. I have a defense for that one, but you know what it is. So
yeah, because of marketing lies.
Marketing lies, exactly. The articles and lies about the one. Anyway, so I got it. All right, Lilo Stitch. I got that one. Yeah, it may have been crap, Miss Sparkles. It may have been crap, but I still
I
got it.
Never watch it.
Oh no, I'll go watch the original.
I watched the original. Yeah, that's what I did the weekend it came out.
The original is great. I love the original Lilo and Stitch stuff. The TV series, the movies out after that, they're great. All right, let's keep going.
Like they are not butchering it. It looks like they're making a real effort to make it feel like Lilo and Stitch, the original movie. Now, will it have legs? I don't know. It's probably going to open strong.
It had legs.
If the word of mouth is good, this could be big.
Well, the word of mouth wasn't great. People were pissed off about the ending.
We'll see.
But if they had stuck the landing on the ending of the live action, it probably could have made another $200 million, I think. If they hadn't,
pretty easily, yeah.
If they hadn't done that.
I would still classify it as big, and you did say it could be big.
Yeah, but so I got it right. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
it's all about word of mouth.
Let's see what I said on Mission Impossible.
Did they do Stitch dirty? Did they do Lilo dirty? Did they do all the characters dirty or not? That's what's going to come down to. We will see, but I have a feeling it's probably going to do well. I hate to say it, but it's probably going to do well.
Isn't objectivity great?
Yes, it's very helpful. See, I'm glad I could impart that wisdom upon you over these years.
Yeah, it's your fault that I'm objective. All right, let's go.
Mission Impossible movie. Well, let me say it properly. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. No Dead Reckoning Part 2. No, none of that stuff. Listen, the last one didn't do well. Huge COVID inflated budget. Dropped it in the bad point in the summer where the competition was steep, but the competition is not steep here. It's launching the same day as Lilo and Stitch, but guess what? Different market. This is for adults. Lilo and Stitch is for kids. Different market. And the upcoming movies for the next week after that, I think it has a chance to do well. If the budget was constrained, I think people are going to go to see.
We didn't have the budget yet. In my defense, we did not have the budget yet.
Which makes all the difference for this one.
We did not.
This is my biggest disappointment of the year. I was really looking forward to it. I love this franchise, and I'm very much on board with the name change. I hate Part 1, Part 2s, so I was hoping it'd be good.
It made $591 on a $400 million budget. It failed. It failed. I have to take a W, but circumstances, I didn't know the budget yet.
No, take an L.
I have to take the L on this one. I thought it would do a little bit better. I think I did. So yeah,
it's so sad that it didn't, but it wasn't a great movie. I think it was better than Dead Reckoning, but it still wasn't great and did not end the series.
It took my mom 2 watches to like it.
Yeah, like it's aggressively fine. The stunts, of course, are phenomenal in it and everything like that, but the first one and Fallout are still leagues better than everything else in that franchise.
I thought it would do better, but I guess there was fatigue for this completely. It's a franchise that went on too long.
Really I think part of the problem is Dead Reckoning 1 wasn't received super well.
No, it was not.
Overly convoluted. No. The stunts were in it were great, but no one understood the AI plot or the Keys plot. Like the Keys plot still doesn't make sense to people. You have to Google it to have any idea what the hell was going on.
I still haven't seen it. That's how lack of interest I have. I still haven't seen it.
A little bit a limp.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm just checking something here. Okay, all right. Just want to check for the next one. Okay, next one. So all right, let's see. Finish out what I said here.
Because people love these movies. I love these movies. They're fun. They're great, but they don't make a ton of money. But I hope it's a success. I'd like to see it go out on a high note. I think it's going to do well. I take the L.
Okay. I take the L.
A week later, Karate Kids Legends on May 30th. We end Cobra Kai in February.
Cobra Kai ended great. For the record, Cobra Kai ended great. It was a lot of fun. Oh, it was a good.
I don't know if I heard that.
They stuck the landing on Cobra Kai. It stuck the landing. It was a lot of fun.
I'm 3 seasons behind. I just stopped caring. I love season 1. Season 1 is fucking phenomenal.
And I'm waiting till it actually ends, the stupid release schedule. But Cobra Kai will have ended in February finally. I think if it ends well, there'll be a lot of positivity for the franchise. And this is the merging of Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan and all that stuff. If there's good feelings about Cobra Kai, this will do decent.
Okay.
And a lot.
All right. So it made 114 on a 45 million budget. I just did the math. It made enough to buy a sandwich. It made about $2 million in profit. So it made profit. So what do you say? Do I get a W or an L on that? What do you say?
Can I see the budget again?
Budget is 45. And I just did the 2.5 times.
Yeah, 2.5.
I'll
classify that as all right. It's in the black, so we'll classify as black as all right.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'll give you the W.
My classic, it made enough for a sandwich and a coffee. So it did not lose money. It did not lose money, just barely. So you give me the W. Okay, Jake.
I'll give it to you.
This is why I needed somebody to keep it honest right now.
And chat, if any of you feel that I am a poor judge, you can override any of my decisions.
No, they can't. No, they can't. No, they cannot. They would have to send me a super chat to do that.
That's what I just said.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Yes.
I talked over you because I wanted to attack them. Sorry. Send me money.
I was trying to grift for you, man.
I was trying to
make you money.
And I was trying to push a different bit there. So leading into it, we were both going in that direction. but you got to it first, and I talked over you to try and make a joke. See, it works anyway. All right, so I got yeah,
thinking the same thing.
All right, so I got it right. All right. Oh. Okay. Next. Ballerina.
I feel bad for this one. I was looking forward to it. I never watched it. I still haven't seen it.
On a nostalgia Barry Bates stuff. And the new kid, I saw the trailer. New kid looks like he can do the moves. New kid they're introducing looks like he can handle his shit. So I think this will do okay. Is it going to spawn a new Karate Kid franchise? I have no idea. Is this
no?
Best of luck. I hope it's not just a member Barry money grab. I hope they actually intend to try and build something based upon the goodwill. That
I don't really enjoy Jackie Chan anymore.
Past few years. So I think it's going to do okay. Ballerina, John Wick spinoff starring Anna de Armas and all her sexiness. Listen, Anna de Armas is hot.
Yeah.
John Wick movies are low budget. This thing's probably going to do really well. It's going to do well. I don't know it's going to do 700 million well, but for low budget movie, it makes
pause
a couple hundred million.
Pause it.
Yeah, that's
I'm taking now. $90 million budget only made 131. I take an L on that one. That one did.
And I'm not writing from the world of John Wick. I'm just putting balance.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that was a failure. That just proves you, even if you have somebody hot, you're not gonna put butts in seats. Anna Armas, she's smoking hot.
Well, that's true of pretty much every Sydney Sweeney movie. We talk about her a lot, but she hasn't been in a whole lot of box office successes.
She makes failures. She makes failure movies. But
I don't know if she can act. She's got tits, and that's it. I'm not a big fan of her face.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that. We've talked about that. I would take smoking hot, but she doesn't have as beautiful face as some of the other beauties that I would put up there. I would totally agree. All right, so I got to know on this.
Anna de Armas is a much better actress. I think,
and she's much prettier. She is much prettier. Doesn't have the bombshell body, but she has the svelte body, and which is just as hot. But she's much prettier than Sydney Sweeney. Okay. All right. Oh, I get a win on this one. I know I get a win on the next one.
400 or 500 million. It's a success. She probably gets another sequel. Elio, Pixar
was I wrong?
Movie. I think we got a flop here.
Yeah,
I think we got a flop.
All right.
I don't think
I was totally right on Elio with its $150 million budget, 154 global.
God.
I got that one
right.
Got
that high. It had such a weak opening weekend, but with this one, I don't know if you've seen a trailer yet at this point because you didn't see a trailer until
but I read about it and I knew it was going to be super gay. So this thing was and it was Disney Pixar. I knew it was not going to do well. I just knew. I knew. So
they've been struggling for a long time. With the exception of their long lost sequels, both of those animated studios are struggling.
All right, so I get a W on this one. That's a W.
Absolutely.
Clear W. All right, what's next? Oh, okay.
This
will now have mitigating circumstances to it.
We're going to get a repeat of Inside Out 2, which my theory is it was hands off. Disney was hands off with Inside Out 2, which is why it didn't have agenda packed into it. This thing, well, oh man, good luck with that. I don't think anybody cares about it. Here's another one now. Here's another live action movie that shouldn't exist. How to Train Your Dragon live action. I've talked about this already. If this movie is a success, I will be surprised. I think it's going to have a really good opening weekend, but then I think word of...
All right, now, I'm going to go on to say I think it's going to fail. Now, at the time, and you can back me up on this, the reporting was telling us a different story of what this movie was going to be. It was not going to be a shot for shot. It was going to tell a different story. And then somewhere along the way, they changed tracks. And they made it a shot-for-shot movie, which is why it was a success. On a $150 million budget with a decent marketing campaign, it made $636. People said it was going to make more, but it landed this. But this is still, it made money. It made money. It was a success. But I have to take the L, don't I? I have to take the L.
Yeah, this would have to be an L. I would put it in the special considerations category if we were doing a third category, but almost... $150 million of profit is well enough to say that it did well.
Yeah. Now, if it had not been a shot for shot, I think I would have been right. If it had,
100%. If those articles had been right, it would have been a fucking disaster.
I think somebody came in along the production point, some point and said, "Listen, make the actual movie. Do not make a different movie." I think somebody did that at one point, and they changed tracks mid production, and they did
I
it.
still don't get the appeal of it. The first one had such charm. I can't see that being translated.
Yeah.
It looks so flat, colorless. I don't like any of the casting. I don't get why
No.
people went to see it this
The
much.
casting was horrendous. The casting was terrible.
Nick Frost, I can't stand him in anything but the Cornwall trilogy.
Hot Fuzz. I like him in Hot Fuzz.
Yep,
Hot
the
Fuzz
Cornwall
is fun.
trilogy.
Oh, that's what that. Okay, that counts part of the Cornwall trilogy. Okay, I don't know
because
that was
it's Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and End of the World.
Okay. See, I only like Hot Fuzz out of those three. That's the only one I don't
Really
like the other two. Yeah, I only like Hot Fuzz.
End of the World's my favorite one.
But so there you go. There you go. So I take the L, even though I was lied to.
You were lied to.
If anything gets an asterisk out of all this list, that one I think gets an asterisk next to it, that particular L, because I was working on faulty information. Okay. This one. All right, next one.
Mouth because of the controversy. This thing's already steeped in controversy.
Yeah, see, this is
race
me
swaps,
explaining.
Gender swaps, possibly sexuality swaps. We don't know, but it's an unnecessary movie for a franchise that is great the way it is. Now, they're going to be trying to time this probably with the How to Train Your Dragon section at Universal
Which
Studios,
they did.
stuff like that. But that's going to be based on the...
Well, the Epic Universe stuff is still pretty much exclusively animated, though. They did time the releases near each other, yes, but yeah, they're not touching the live action. I don't know if they don't have the rights for whatever reason. They should, but yeah, they're not touching it.
The animated stuff, not the live action stuff. So I have no idea what's going to happen in the end. My prediction: start strong. If the word of mouth is good, it'll go off. If the word of mouth is bad, it's going to sink. I personally think it's going to fail. I think it's going to fail because people.
I did give myself wiggle room there, though, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah.
You gave yourself the asterisk.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give. So I gave. Yeah. I'll still take the L, though. I'll be honest and take the L.
28 years later, on June 20th, this trailer blew everybody away last month. Blew everybody away. I'm not into this franchise, but I can accept that everybody is hungry, thirsty for this movie. Super low budget, I bet. This could be one of the biggest hits of the summer, I think. I think it's going to be huge. People are going to love it.
All right. Not really. $60 million budget made only 150. So
almost a profit, but no, didn't quite make it.
Yeah, just to be sure. Yeah, literally made $6,000 in profit. Literally. So, what do you think? I think I said it was going to be huge by my own words. So I take the L. I'll take the L.
Yeah, that's unfortunately an L. But
yeah,
the Bone Temple one, that one's going to fail way harder though.
Oh, that's because this left a nasty taste in everybody's mouth. That's why. But going back in time, everybody was really excited for this movie. They really were.
That trailer blew people away.
Yeah.
I think once people realized that zombie wasn't Cillian Murphy, they were out. That false assumption that was Cillian made a lot of difference.
Okay, all right. This next one is going to be a little controversial because even to the moment, the budget is not listed here on the numbers on the next one here.
I hope they enjoy it. Not for me, but I think it's going to be huge. Brad Pitt in F1, an F1 Formula racing movie. Stallone did this 20 years ago or so. That movie flopped. I don't think this movie is anything. Car people may love it. I think it's a nothing burger. Probably didn't cost a lot, but still, I don't get it.
And there it is. There it is.
I don't get it.
This movie did cost a lot from what we know, even though its budget is not listed on the numbers here. It's not listed. They still don't have the budget. It made $630 million worldwide, really globally, because F1 is more of a global sport than an American sport people watch. But it was an Apple Studios movie.
So the budget is believed to be
400 million
range. Yeah, 3 to 400 million is the range where it's at.
So I said it wasn't going to do well. It technically it did not. So
no, it didn't do well. That I would classify that as a W. It did better gross wise than I predicted. I think you predicted, but that budget is just so horrendous that budget was up there near Superman. It was absolutely insane. I think this movie needed $1 billion, 900 million to break even.
And even people that I have since learned are into F1, like Brad, Duke 95 Brad, he likes it. He didn't like this movie in the end. He did not like it. He's really into F1. So
that's what I heard. Is a lot of diehard F1s didn't like it, but people who were casually interested really enjoyed it. Some people were comparing it to Ford versus Ferrari, which I think
they
is a little
were
insane.
trying to, yeah.
But
So
this,
I'll take a W on this one.
Yeah, I would definitely put this in your win category.
Okay, good. All right, what do we got next?
Makes Wild be a success. Probably harmless, but probably does nothing. Probably not. But let's look at this. This is another probably mid-budget movie that will probably make a profit and restore balance.
So
that's the thing.
It wouldn't do well, but if it was low budget, you say it would have made its money back. So that's still a win. You gave it the caveat.
We didn't know how much the budget was. So yeah, okay.
To creativity in Hollywood. Make easy mid-budget stuff. Megan 2.0, sequel to the Megan horror movie from a year or so ago. People like the first one. Not for me. Probably going to do fine.
Okay.
People are into it.
Do fine.
Yeah,
So again, that's just getting it to the black.
No, I took an L on this one. This thing had a $25 million budget, made only $39 million. I take an L. This thing was a catastrophic disaster.
Oh my God. That's
terrible.
Really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I take an L on this one.
I don't get that franchise, why people even like the first one.
Because they probably wanted to fuck the doll. That's why. Some weirdos wanted to fuck the doll. That's all I'm putting out there. So I take an L on this one. It's very simple. I thought the fan base would show up for it, and they didn't.
Dude, you're one off from going back to a tie. You've got 10
I'm going to rally here. I'm about to rally. I am about to rally. Look what's coming up over the next month here. I'm going to rally in July. We know I'm going to rally in July. All right, let's go.
Jurassic Park is the only question mark.
Okay, Jurassic World
I know
on
what
July
I said.
2nd. They're
Dinosaurs.
banking on a July 4th holiday bumper this. I don't care about Jurassic movies anymore. Haven't cared for a long time. I've seen a couple of the Jurassic World movies. I think they're dog shit. But here's the thing. This stuff is normie nip. Jurassic movies are normie nip. Dinosaurs. It's a very simple equation. People like dinosaurs. They're going to go watch dinosaur movie. Probably going to make a lot of money. But it needs to make a lot of money because the budget is going to be very, very low.
All right, pause it. All right, yeah, I was right. Dinosaurs. It was the most profitable movie in the summer. $869 million on its $225 budget. It barely made money, but it still made money. But it won the triple threat match we talked about. It won the triple threat match.
Oh, yeah. Dinosaurs, it was always going to win that.
Yeah. But I was right. Dinosaurs. And they'll make another one. God damn, they will. You know they will. All right. So that's a W.
As of right now, ScarJo is attached to Return.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, boy.
Was the worst part of that movie.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Probably going to work. Be just fine. And they'll make 3 or 4 more. And God damn, I just wish the franchise would die. Okay, probably not going to be the biggest movie of the summer, Superman. James Gunn's DCU Superman is the most important movie of the summer because this is whether or not the DCU is going to be great. If the DCU flops because of this, it's over. This movie has 2 options. Great, fail. There's no in between. Even if it's good, its budget of over $300 million, likely $400 million with marketing, it'll need to make nearly $1 billion to be a financial success. People could like it, but it could end up being a financial failure. Now, personally, you've heard me talk about this for the past few weeks, so I'm going to be very brief and pithy in my response, in my comments on this.
Wow, I didn't edit that out, did I?
My fears have not been assuaged. The
wow,
red
I didn't edit that.
Still there. I have not been convinced. I don't think it's going to do well.
All right. So we know this 616 with its so-called 225. We know that's a lie. I was right when I said the budget. It's $363 million budget. It's $150 to $200 million production market value, market budgeting. This thing needed it needed $1 billion. Even by their metrics, it didn't make money. So W.
Absolute W. This movie needed to make a godless amount of money, and it didn't. It has not justified any sequels, let alone a cinematic universe.
Yet here they come.
Claiming this is a success are mouth-drooling morons. I'm sorry, you can like the movie. I think the movie is better than some people said. There are some redeeming qualities, but it was a financial disaster. Yeah, absolutely a financial disaster.
Exactly. So I get a W for that one. Very most definitely. Okay. I don't know where I said about this next one. I don't know. Oh
I'm
no.
pretty sure you said it
Oh
was gonna
no.
flop.
Where did it go? I had it up here. You know what? I had that up here. Hold on. The next one is I know what you listen. I had it up here. It disappeared. Where did it go? I know I had it here.
You got lost in your tabs.
Maybe. Give me 1 second. Let me bring it back up.
Well, while you're doing that, just
Yeah.
to address Frank in the comments,
Mhm.
not the Pointless Family. The Pointless Family didn't bother me all that much. Their initial inciting incident to be part of the story, I think, was a really rough thing. And a lot
Bad.
of their story wasn't like didn't feel impactful, but in isolation, I think their scenes were better. Like I like the Jurassic or the T-Rex raft scene. I actually
That's because
really
they
like
ripped
that
it out
one.
of the original book because they didn't put it in the first
Exactly.
movie. Yeah.
But so yeah, in isolation, I found enjoyment from their scenes, but they didn't push forward the plot at all. So that's why I would make the caveat there. Scarlett Johansson just felt boring and flat to me. I wouldn't necessarily say it was a bad performance or a bad character or
Mhm.
anything. I just felt nothing from her. She felt like a board of wood. But yeah, the family, there were good parts, there were bad parts. I hated the teenage boy, the boyfriend.
Mhm.
I celebrated every time he was in danger, and he never died. He never
Yeah,
fucking died.
he should have fucking died. He should have died. Should have
I
got a
only
horrible
liked him
bloody
in
death.
one instant when he leapt off the boat when the teenage girl fell without
It was
hesitation.
a manly move.
It was a very manly move. I'm like, all right, he's going to try to protect her. I can at least respect that. And then he was a pussy the rest of the movie. So
Yeah. All right.
yeah, the
Now,
Pointless Family I would put well below or well above Scarlett Johansson in the list of
All right,
projects.
so I have no idea what I said for this next one. For I know what you did last summer. 6, I guess, is what what it is. All right, go.
Yeah, I
It's
think
about
you're gonna W
internal
this.
WB viewings that have not gone so well. So we're gonna wait and see. But either way, this is the biggest, most important movie of the summer because if it wins, DCU's off flying high. They got
Well, to answer Legatus about Superman here, it doesn't make any money from streaming licensing because it's on the platform that WB owns. So they might move around debt. We saw that with Disney sometimes, where like Disney Plus would purchase something from Disney to put it on the platform, so they could put it against the budget and pretend it did well. But that's just moving money from one branch of Disney to another. It's the same thing with this. So licensing and streaming didn't move the needle. We saw with licensing purchases didn't move the needle. So and merchandising. I think, like you said, Hollywood accounting. I think they're lying about a lot of
Yeah, we know they
well
are.
the merchandising did.
Yeah, they always are lying. Okay, I don't know how I did about this.
they're gonna do a lot of great stuff. If not, done. I know what you did last summer 6. I'm surprised they're making this. I hear, if I remember correctly, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I might be an idiot, but I just realized now when you said I know what you did last summer 6 that 6 is in the actual logo there.
Yeah.
I never recognized that.
Yeah.
I might be an
It
idiot.
is coming back for this one. Listen, this franchise has been dead for what, 15 years? I think maybe even.
I didn't
20.
know there was even.
I don't
a
know.
second
I don't
one.
care. But low budget. Here we go. Here's the theme again. Low budget. Put it out there. Maybe make a few million in profit and add to the overall ledger so that you're not in the black at the end of the year. And if it restores the franchise, then great. They're learning their lesson. But it's a sequel to a franchise that's been dead. Get it? Smurfs.
All right. So essentially, I said low budget will do well. Is that essentially what I said?
Yep. If it has the low budget, it will do well.
And it did. With an $18 million budget, it made 63, so it made profit. So
Yeah.
W?
Absolutely W.
Okay.
Profit counts.
I'm glad I made a theme of low budget means money in this thing. It saved me a couple times here. Oh, I'm getting a W on this next one. I'm so getting a W on this one.
I gotta assume this is another live action one like they did with Neil Patrick Harris a bunch of years ago that were terrible and nightmare fuel. Why are they doing this? This is in the 80s. The Smurfs aren't a thing anymore. You're not going to revive interest in the Smurfs. I say flop.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you know it was a hybrid movie?
No, I did not. I knew nothing about it.
It was a Who Framed Roger Rabbit style of hybrid, where it was clearly cartoons that I kind of interacted with live action.
At 58 million and only 120 gross, it lost $25 million. So
I'm so grateful. There's not a film, even Superman, that I wanted to flop more than this one.
Yeah. Yeah, and this one had horrible things like they had new Smurfs, social media Smurf, and shit like that. I don't know. It flopped. I get it. I get a W on that one.
Good. Go watch the original cartoon. It's
Yes.
great.
Yeah,
Nothing
it holds
else
up.
matters in that
Holds
franchise.
up. Oh boy, baby steps, baby steps.
I've heard a lot of people say baby steps after you started to say it. I think it became a meme because
Yet
of
I get
you.
no credit. Yet I get
Of
no
course.
credit. No, I get no credit.
I'll give you credit.
Thank you.
Hey,
GI.
Fantastic Four first steps. Flop. Floppity flop. Big
Yeah.
on the desk flop.
Yeah,
Pedro
okay.
Pascal
Let's go right
is
look
not
at it. Yes, it was a floppity flop with its $200 million budget, which we know was more than that. Only made 520. This was a flop. It failed, deservedly so. But it still was better than Superman, as we talked about. It had a coherent story. Maybe been a bad story, but it was a coherent story as opposed to Superman, was all over the place. So
Yeah,
W.
Superman was convoluted as fuck. Yeah, no, definite W at this
Yeah.
point. It's
I'm
not
rallying.
a bomb, like you said,
Mhm.
differentiating, but it was absolutely a flop.
Yeah, okay. I'm rallying. Okay, what's
You've got
next?
a good lead.
Reed
All right, I think
Richards.
I'm going to take a couple
We've
L's
got
here now, though.
female Silver Surfer, alternate reality MCU, where they're gonna merge with multiverse stuff and this. Nobody wants this. The stands are gonna go nuts for it because they're dumb and stupid and lick windows and drool. But this movie will not be a success. It'll make $500-600 million, but on a budget of likely $200 to $300 million, no profit equals failure. Nobody of real merit is excited for this. So I'm gonna say flop. Naked Gun, starring Liam Neeson, rebooting the Leslie Nielsen franchise.
Not rebooting. I was wrong. I was
known-
wrong. It was within that world. It was he was.
So it
within
was a
that world.
revival.
Yeah, revival. Hang on a minute. Keep going.
Comedy. He's known for action and serious and drama. I don't get this. I really don't, and I don't think it's going to do well at all.
Okay,
Freakier.
now people seem to like it, but I just looked up the budget because it isn't listed here. With a $42 million budget, it barely lost money.
Barely.
Just
So that would classify as a win if we counted some of these others as wins for you.
If
Getting
they had
into profit, you're right.
If they had managed to get that budget a little bit lower, it would have probably made a little money. But nope, didn't make any money. So technically, I get a W.
Technically, yes.
People seem to like it, but it still was not a success.
Well, that's the thing with this list is, like you mentioned, objectivity. Sometimes things you love, things that are good, fail. We see that all the time. And the inverse is true as well. There are plenty of movies that we think are hot, steamy garbage, looking at you, Minecraft and Avatar, that make a godless amount of money. So quality is not necessarily indicative of box office revenue.
You are correct, sir. Okay.
But I like the Naked Gun movie quite a bit.
Okay. Now, I know I'm going to take an L on this one because I thought it would do better.
Friday, the sequel to the Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan Freaky Friday remake from 20-odd years ago. Sure, if it doesn't have agenda in it, it'll probably be fine. It'll make a little money because clearly it's just them running around doing shit. Regular movie. Is Disney learning their lesson?
All right. I thought I took an L on this. No, it's the same budget as Naked Gun, and it made 153, so it made money.
Barely, yeah.
It was not really received that well, but it technically made money. Made about $40 million. So
I think a lot of people are rooting for the return of Lindsay Lohan in general. There is that little bit of a hero's return type thing. Just grateful to see that she's healthy again, if nothing else. So I think that could absolutely have an impact on this.
Yeah. But so I get a W.
But nobody cares about Jamie Lee Curtis.
No, she can burn in hell.
That.
She's a horrible person.
She's the worst part of Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I thought was a great movie otherwise.
I still haven't seen that.
Oh, I really enjoy it. Might add it to drive-in.
Here by making a regular movie. We're going to see. I think it'll probably do fine, especially if there's no Whammon's agenda injected into it. Okay, Conjuring the Last Rites, another Conjuring movie, horror stuff. Don't watch it. Probably going to do fine.
Okay.
Saw a
easy W because it did really fine. $50 million budget, made almost $500 million.
That was very good.
Listen,
people love these movies.
And I know that people love them. Just because I don't like them and I'm not into it, I know it has a market. There it is. So that was an easy win for me. Easy win. Okay.
People like that story a lot because it's supposedly based on a true story, so you get that actual real factor, that real scare factor, at least perceived to be.
11.
Okay, now this next one,
Saw
we can skip over this next one. Saw 11 was pulled from production, so this did not release this year.
Okay,
Evan,
I didn't
did
know
not
that.
release.
Shock value people.
So
Another Disney
didn't happen.
joyride and CGI
Tron
nightmare
Ares.
where
Tron Ares.
Jared Leto is Ares. Listen, I don't like the Tron current day movies. I think this is a flop. I don't think anybody's interested anymore.
Boy, I was right about that one. $180 million budget. We know it's probably more. Only made 142. This was a bomb. This was a complete and total bomb, just like I knew it would be. I knew it would be. So that was an easy W.
Thank God. I need Jared
Thank
Leto
you.
to go back to music.
I need Jared
Not
Leto
that I
to
enjoy his music, but apparently
disappear.
he's at least good at it. So
He is?
goes and does that. Apparently, the
I'll
30
take your
Seconds
word
from
for it.
Mars is his band. I from what I hear, people enjoy his music. So go do that. You're supposedly good at it.
Okay,
Leave acting alone.
another easy W I can take because I actually assholes made me watch this one. Jeez.
And Mortal Kombat 2.
That's also been removed.
Delayed.
Yeah, they kicked that one down the road. So, the
Mortal
next
Kombat,
one.
I love Carl Urban, but he's gonna come down mid. Probably very simple. And if they release it, you guys looking forward to this one. He needs another Predator controversy. He hasn't had one for a while.
And I
Predator
didn't watch
Badlands. Listen, this franchise is dead. I don't care what you say. Prey. Nobody really liked Prey. Nobody cared about Prey. It was released on Hulu for God's sake. They put this in the big theater. Flop.
All right.
Running Man.
All right. And yes, flop indeed. $105 million budget, $184 million gross. And I watched this movie. This movie was a piece of shit.
And they're still pretending like it's a success.
Oh, yeah.
These
Oh, yeah.
net versus gross people are so dumb, and it's always a problem.
Well, it doesn't help when the shill media is saying the most successful Predator in the Predator franchise. Yeah. Why don't we adjust for inflation?
Oh, they never want to do that.
Yeah, they never want to do that. Yeah. So big win. And I reviewed it. If you want to see my review, go to the chat, maybe watch this reviews playlist. You could see me yell about this movie for about 15 minutes.
Well,
Okay.
You really did rally because right now you have double the wins that you do the L's.
And I'm gonna run the table now, except for one. I got one more L coming to me here. Well, two, but
Question mark L.
There's an asterisk against one of these.
Mhm.
But next one, even though I know you liked it, I think I'm getting a W on this one.
Oh, I think so too.
Remake. Yeah. Listen, I love the original Running Man. But this could be the theme of the day. Have they learned their lesson? If it's a mid-level budget for a science fiction,
it's not
remake,
mid-level.
great. But they're remaking
Way
another
too expensive.
movie, and it's going to be compared to the original. I think it's going to do okay.
No.
It's going to do okay.
Oh no, Adam, no. I had a layup here and I ran away. I was right there and I had a layup and I walked away from it because this thing bombed. 110 budget, 68 million. This was an unnecessary turnover on my part. Unnecessary turnover.
You were so close. I thought you had it in the bag
Yeah.
as well, but this movie
know.
I do think was fairly good. It was all
Mhm.
right. There were some issues in the end, but people overreacted to it. Like, legitimately, there were people who were saying, oh, it's an interracial marriage. Cancel the movie. It's terrible. The wife was at the beginning for 2 seconds.
Mhm.
Calm the fuck down and look at the plot and the acting and all that. But yeah, it was
But I had it.
overhated.
I had it in my hands and I fumbled it. That was an easy win and I let it go because. All right, well, I take the L. That should have been easy W. Shame on me.
Should have been.
Yeah.
You're still looking great. You have
Look
the
good, though.
room.
Yeah. All right.
You could get
There we
the
go.
rest wrong and still win.
Well, I'm gonna.
But
This next one is an asterisk next to it, which we have
Mhm.
talked about repeatedly for the past month. Okay.
Well, remember, it's just if it breaks even. That's the deciding
Mhm.
factor on whether or not you're right.
I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
it does anything grand. Wicked for good. Gonna probably be another domestic barnstorm. Probably gonna make I think Wicked 1
Barnstorm?
is currently nearly
Barnstorm.
$500
You
million
store in the barn. It's an old timey phrase.
I've never heard that. I love it, though.
dollars domestically, which is great. Not doing so great overseas, but it's made its money. It earned its keep domestically. Its fans love it. They sing along. They buy the soundtracks. They cry. They scream. They're great. Hey, people who love it. They get their movie. It's gonna do fine.
Okay.
Total between the two movies, $1 billion.
All right, so you're right. You're right. We now that I got wrong. But
You said between the two movies, $1 billion.
but it okay. Well, yeah, between the two movies because this one has made 503 right now. It's not as successful as the first one, but it still is a profitable movie. So I am right.
Yes.
I do take the W. I was right.
I still give you that W.
Yeah, because it's made about almost $200 million in profit at this point. Almost. All right, so I get W there. Okay. All right, what's next?
Swap it out with Running Man.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, this is one that we're all sad to see happen.
All right.
Oh, I don't know if you know about this. With Zootopia 2, it features a snake coming to Zootopia for the first time in forever, right?
Yeah.
China has loved this movie so much that sales for that particular type of venomous viper have skyrocketed. People are buying venomous steaks because
it's the Finding Nemo effect. It's the Finding Nemo effect where they all go out and buy the fish.
At least clownfish are harmless.
Yeah. Listen,
venomous snakes are kind of a bad idea.
We're dealing with low IQ here. Low IQ. All right, here. This is the massive L.
Zootopia 2. Nope. Fail. Freaking furry crap. Fail. I'm gonna say. All right. Nobody wants this.
Apparently, as we just said, everybody did want it. $1 billion on the global market. Look at that.
And a lot of that's China. So domestically, I think you were right. Domestically, that's not great. But oh my God.
China, $539 million in China.
Mm-hmm.
Now, domestically, I mean, that's a respectable domestic box office. But that international, look at that international.
That international is insane. And that's because in China, they just fucking loved it. They're going out buying snakes. And they were allowed to bring in outside snacks to the theater, which people really loved. Change the rules on that. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. They were allowed to bring in their pets.
I didn't know that. I feel sorry for the theater people. Have to clean that shit up, literally, and when it was over. So yeah, major L. This is perhaps my biggest L of the entire list. I would say my biggest.
It's not quite on the level of Avatar 2 when that came out, but
no, on this list. That's why I said this list.
On this list.
And you were there with me. We could not predict it was going to do this well.
Something like Inside Out 2. They just kind of blindsided us.
Yeah, so I take the L on that one. All right, I think I'm gonna get W's in the last two here, though. I think I get W's in the last two.
The first movie, nobody cares about it anymore. This is how many years later? I'm sorry, there's not enough. Kids are not into this. At least I don't think they are. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
shut up.
I think you're still right. It's the adults that were into it. I think that is true. It's more the adults.
I just want me to stop talking now.
I think it flops. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The first one was a gem for a lot of people. They fell in love with it. They found it between the production and the acting and the story. Everybody loved it. I think it earned it. It's going to do well at its level and make its money.
It really did well. It's really done well. $50 million budget. It's made 220 at this point. It's done really well.
It's definitely profit. More than justified the third one that they set up.
Yeah, so W here. And all right, here we are. Last one goes Zang. And because we're doing this, we get a little bit of actual box office roundup here for today with this last one. Here we go.
And now, as I said, while Superman is the most important movie of the year, freaking Avatar 3, this is going to be the biggest goddamn movie in the year, and I still can't tell you why. It's going to make $3 billion. I'm going to pull my hair out trying to figure this shit out.
We're ending it here. No more Adam. No more Adam from a year ago. We're done with him because now, of course, here we are. No, it is not going to make $3 billion. Was I being hyperbolic? Yes, I was being hyperbolic.
Yes.
But
you're still right that it's going to do big, but we don't know if it's going to break even. That's why I still have to put an asterisk on this being a win. Because of its $2 billion break-even point,
they're saying $400 million right now. They're saying $400 million budget on the numbers, so it still hasn't made money. This is week now. It's rallied in week 2. It has rallied in this second week now, this Christmas week, which we said it would. We said it would pull that. We said it would have a big jump, and it has. It'll probably hit $1 billion next week. But
with the New Year's bump, I would agree.
But how much profit will it make? Now, I believe our revised estimations were, I said 1719. It was my revised.
And we were all in that range of sub 2 billion was the consensus though. And if it doesn't make 2 billion, it doesn't break even.
Yeah. Because that's why this 400 million is a lie. That's a lie. James Cameron has said as much in recent interviews.
There's no greater authority than a director, unless the James Gunn, when everything contradicts him.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I add a new. I add a new rules for a living every year. That's gonna be my rule for this year on my first post on X in 2026. James Gunn always lies. James Gunn is a liar. That's gonna be my rule. That's gonna be a rule.
You anyway, gotta use the picture of the doctor, like the doctor lies.
Well, I can't because it's just a little post. It's just the numbers. It's a list. But James Gunn is a liar. That's gonna be my new rule. I decided that a couple days ago. Anyways, there it is. All right. So Jed, what's my win-loss record?
Well, for the loss side, you have a grand total of 11 L's. I mean, with the amount that was coming out, that's respectable. A lot of these, like we mentioned, have caveats to them that could be argued for a neutral category rather than an L category.
Yeah.
But for the win category, you have a whopping 23.
That's a winning record. I'm in the playoffs, baby. I'm in the playoffs.
That's playoff worthy.
It's above 500. I'm in the playoffs. All right. So there it is. So I did pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like we said, there were a couple there on their asterisks. How to Train Your Dragon, Zootopia. Some of these were things that I either didn't understand or I didn't have enough information on when I made my predictions. But
Zootopia 2 is the only one that I would actually say you were wrong about. The others, there's enough wiggle room.
Yeah, and I gave myself
incomplete data or anything like that.
I was pretty good about giving myself wiggle room when I thought I needed it unknowingly back then. So pretty good job, me. Good job, old me. Current day me salutes you. Even though some things you said, shut up, just shut up. Anyway, so in the end, though, despite all that stuff we saw, 2025 was shit for theaters and Hollywood. They did crap this year. They lost a lot of money. It was not a good financial year. And I don't think it's getting any better next year, do you?
Yeah, next year, it's not like gaming was these last 2 years. I feel like gaming got slightly better in 2025 from the last 4 or 5 years. And 2026 looks great when it comes to gaming. There's a ton that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
When it comes to movies, I think we're getting more of the same, more of this. Just 2020s in general have been terrible for movies. And I think we're going to see this as the new status quo for a little while.
I agree with you. And I think 2026 is actually going to be worse because the defense for some of these movies, Supergirl, Doomsday, the defense for some of these movies is going to be the likes of which we've never seen. Superman was something we'd never seen before. Supergirl's going to say, hold my beer, the way they're going to defend that movie. So especially because it's Millie Alcock and she has a simp army that are ready to defend her to anything.
Have you seen studios are trying to resurrect the Barbenheimer meme?
Yes. Doomsday. Now, you already have a problem, and I think, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do this again for this year. I don't know if I'll do this again because I don't like having to put myself down on that far of a branch. After Zootopia, that's what's got me the most hesitant to do these things. Then again, maybe I've learned my lesson. Maybe I could take a better look at things. Anyway, but Doomsday, which is Dune Messiah, or they're calling it Dune 3. It's really Messiah's the second book, but whatever. And it's not even Messiah.
Dune Part 3.
Dune Part 3. It's Messiah combined with Children of... They're combining 2 books into one movie. Because I've seen the casting list. Because they cast one of Momoa's kids as young Leto II. So they got that. And it's coming out the same day as Doomsday. So it's writing Doomsday. Here's your problem. One, anybody that knows Dune, those in the audience, in chat, I know some of you are Dune people like I am. These are not high-octane books. The first book had a lot of action in it. Going forward, it's all cerebral. These are thinking movies.
Which is, I think, why he's combining books.
There is some action in children. I mean, Dune Messiah is more like a Godfather movie where House Atreides is cleaning house at the end. They have the Godfather moment at the end of the story. But it's not going to go over well, I don't think. And also, he's already butchered it.
Oh yeah, I can't stand the Dune movies. I don't care. I think it's more that they're overhyped, kind of like the Avatars. If Avatar was received like normal people reacted normally to it, I'd be totally fine with Avatar. Just like whatever, it's kind of fun, normie nip, whatever. I feel the same way about Dune, but people who suck that man's dick and act like those movies are the greatest thing of the 2020s, I think you need a cranial exam that ends in a lobotomy.
Yeah,
but Doomsday and Dune aren't significantly different enough. You're misunderstanding the Barbenheimer meme.
Mm-hmm.
They are vastly different things that don't complement each other. And the meme of the brain rot was that pretending that they do complement each other. You're choosing two science fiction films for adult men.
Yeah.
Same target audience. You need different target audiences to make something like that work.
And the problem is also with Dune, Denny Villeneuve has a very large chasm that he has to cross with how he ended the last movie, where he had characters all out of place. Some characters not even there. Alia isn't alive yet. She's not been birthed yet. Cheney's running off with her angry girl Whammon's face into the desert when she should be supporting her man. Because this takes place 10 years later.
Oh
And
God, this is gonna be a disaster. And
so,
Denny is one of those overrated directors. I
Mhm.
put him in the same category as Quentin Tarantino, even though it's not quite that bad. Tarantino is kind of in a league of his own with Kojima, but Denny's movies, Arrival's okay. Like I enjoy Arrival as kind of basically what Stargate was for a little while, and learning how to communicate, which is a great little arc. I love that idea of meeting aliens, trying to learn the language of the other person and making it work. That's the plot of Arrival. Then it was put in a blender like Pulp Fiction, and people said it was smart because the plot was out of order. He's overrated as a director.
And then, of course, Doomsday. When we're going to be talking about Doomsday for the next literal year at this point. So it comes out a year from now. It'll be out a year from right now.
I wish it wasn't delayed, honestly.
Yeah. Now, we're not going to go into it, but I am very mixed on that. I don't think it's going to do well, but it'll still look like it does well. But it's going to be another one of these situations where it looks like it does well, but it's not actually going to do well because we're talking a budget of $700 million at this point on that movie.
At least I think this will unequivocally be the highest budget, the most expensive movie of all time.
Yeah,
with Doomsday, it's going to be insane. I think it'll break $1 billion. I don't think it's going to break 2 though.
No, and it's going to look like it does well, and people are going to say it does well, but it's not actually going to do well. It's going to lose Disney a lot of money, and I think word of mouth is going to be shit. I think word of mouth on this movie is going to be dog shit because they shot a movie with no ending up until the last minute, even though your ending is freaking clear if you're doing Secret Wars from 2011, where it's Doom, where it's God Doom and Multiverse World, Battle World, whatever they want to call it. Yeah, you know what your ending was. How can you not have the ending? So this thing, it's going to be a controversial discussion for the next year, and it's going to be annoying as fuck because some people are buying into the nostalgia bait right now. They are. They're buying into the Chris Evans coming back. They're buying into Fit Thor. They're ready. They'll eat up those X-Men, those Fox X-Men cookies. And RDJ is Doom, which again, I think that is so dumb. But that's a discussion. We're going to be coming back to that over and over and over again for the next 12 months. And I apologize now. I do, because I don't want to, but we have to. It's part of that job. Anyway.
We got to see where it ends up. There might be some meat in there, because the Russo brothers have made great movies before. And they're with their good writing team.
But are they one-trick ponies, really? But that's the question. Are they one-trick ponies? Do they only have that little...
I wouldn't call them that, because they were famous for comedy before Winter Soldier. That's what they did. They did Arrested Development and Community, and then they went on to Winter Soldier. Those are very different projects. And I say both are great. Like, I love what they did in Arrested Development and Community. But yeah, I wouldn't call them one-trick ponies. I'm just worried about Marvel oversight, the amount of people they were told to put in it. They were brought in at the last minute, kind of a Peter Jackson in the Hobbit trilogy situation. So I worry about the pressure put against them. If they had time and weren't told to put 1 million fucking people in the movie, I think they could make a half-decent movie with. But if the deck is stacked against them, any sort of talent that they
and I'm rooting against it. I admit I'm rooting against it. I'm not rooting for this movie. I want it to fail because I want this to be done. No more.
It's time for it to be over. It's time for them to ride off into the sunset like cowboy movies did.
End the MCU.
It's time for something new.
Just end it.
It's just stop with superheroes being the dominant thing. I still want more superhero content, but let them breathe a little bit. Let it for a few more unique takes come in and make it maybe one major superhero movie a year. 5 a year is too much.
Yeah.
So They're talking about it in the chat.
Yeah.
James Cameron himself is the one who said Fire and Ash needs to make $2 billion to break even. So if it weren't for James Cameron's comments, I think 1.5 is about where we'd be discussing it right now, right?
Yeah, probably.
For its break
That
even
plus the
point.
marketing. It would be about a $600 million with marketing and the production budget. So, but
with
he
that,
said $2 billion.
It would be, yeah.
And he hasn't walked it back. He hasn't walked it back.
He hasn't. That was months ago, and he's been consistent about that. Otherwise, I would 100% agree with the $1.5 billion break-even point, given the numbers that we know. But James Cameron said it needs a higher threshold, so there must be additional costs that aren't being.
No, his exact phrase is, "This needs to be one of the top." He said for Fire and Ash, it needs to be one of the top 3 grossing movies of all time.
He did specifically say it about Fire and Ash. He said it has to be the 5th highest grossing film of all time to break even.
Let's bring up the highest grossing film. Let's bring up the list just to make sure.
So, but to be clear, he said that specifically like 3 months ago about Fire and Ash.
Okay, highest grossing movies. If I could spell. I'm seeing it at a weird angle. That's a problem. Movies of all time. All right, so I guess we'll go to the wiki here. All right, here we are. So if we go by his own words, has to be that, according to the Wikipedia page, which is one of the few times you can go to Wikipedia and not be thrown bullshit. Number 5 is Naja 2. So it would have to beat 2.215 right now. It would have to do that. And I don't think Fire and Ash is going to do it. I do not. I think it taps out at about 1719, which would put it around 7.8.
Yep.
Somewhere between 8 and 9. Sorry, 8 and 9. Somewhere between 8 and 9. Just because, do you feel the enthusiasm right now? Ooh, I could put this on top.
I mean, people love it.
Cool.
I can't
dark mode.
This shit.
All right, dark mode. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel the enthusiasm this time. I just don't. I do not. So there it is. So we're going by his words. Yeah.
So you're still fighting us in the chat. No, he specifically said it needs that, and 4 and 5 are in question if it doesn't. This was all about talking about 4 and 5. So he might have said it for Way of Water.
Way of Water. He moved the goalposts a lot on Way of Water.
Yeah, that one was moving around,
which led to our mistakes that we made in our statements. Yeah.
But yeah, so he might have said it for Avatar 2 as well, but he specifically said it for Avatar 3 in the discussion of whether or not 4 would be greenlit.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, Brady, that's your opinion, dude. I hope if you could have receipts to back up that when the time comes, you bring them forth. We'll look at them. It's all about receipts here. It's all about facts and receipts. It's all about receipts.
I believe 1.5, but I'm going off what the director said because when he's going in this direction, what point would there be to lie in this direction? Exactly.
So it's all about that. I mean, and if he says we're not going to make 4 and 5, then that essentially will prove us right that it didn't make it.
Yeah, at this point, 4 and 5 are not confirmed. If they're not greenlit after this movie comes out, that is proof that it didn't break even.
He himself said that, and I think that this is him setting the table for it, not make 4 and 5. The Sully saga ends with 3. It's over.
Yes, he did finish the story, and he said 4 and 5 are a separate story that he can finish in books
and comics.
That's
and
a recent
whatever.
comment from him.
Yeah. So we'll see. We pride ourselves in working with facts and logic when we make our decisions and our picks and our analysis on this show. And in general, how I work on this channel, I work with facts and logic. I go by what James Cameron said. Numbers may say 400 million, but he said, as we just pointed out, and we could find it if you want it, where he said it has to be the fifth most grossing movie of all time to make a profit. So, well, we'll see. And
that Chinese movie or whatever that
Nisha,
whatever that one might have been after he made those comments.
No, that thing's been that way for a year. That thing's been that way all year. That thing has been up there. That thing made all its money in the spring.
Okay. So yeah, $2 billion is just the easy marker for the 5th highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going with.
Yeah, that Naja 2 made a buttload of money earlier this year. That thing's been sitting there pretty. I mean, it just got an English re-release recently here, but
Really?
it made all its money.
That might
already.
be why I'm thinking it was a little bit more recent.
Yeah, because they brought in a bunch of well-known Asian actors to do the voices for it and stuff like that. So anyway, so there we go. In the end, I win. My win-loss record is good. I make the playoffs, and I look smarter than I thought I would. I thought when I made this, we'd come to this point and I'd look like an idiot. But no, I came out looking okay. All right, so that's all we
again this year.
I might. We'll see. It's gonna make $2 billion. All right, Brady. If it makes $2 billion, we will come back and say it. I think it taps out at 1719. I just don't feel the enthusiasm. I think. Yeah, I think it runs out of gas. I think it just barely misses it. I originally said 2123. Go back about 3-4 weeks ago. I said 2123. But considering how the weak domestic start and just a lack we feel of energy around this, and a general reaction of people who like the second one are really down on the third one, it doesn't feel like it has the gas. At the same,
it's a lot of people being more nuanced than they were with the second one, and this one made $100 million less domestically opening weekend than the second one did. That's a lot. That is a major downturn. And yes, it makes more money internationally, of course, and it had a good second weekend. But
in the end, also
bad starting point.
And in the end, also whatever. I don't know if I really should even count Avatar in a W or an L for this year, because this is for it's going to make all its money fiscally for next year. It's not a part of the 2025. It's not a part of Disney's fiscal budget for fiscal revenue for 2025. It's part of 2026.
Well, so that goes all the way back to October, so we'd have to throw out everything in the fall.
But
just talking about its actual year, yes, it's going to make a lot of money in 2026 versus 2025.
Yes,
Brady, it had a worse starting point and did better drop-off wise. So you have to remember, $100 million less its opening weekend. That matters more than its drop-off, because yes, that number 28% is better than 52%. But their starting points are so vastly different.
Listen, when we come back next week for an actual roundtable, not just what we do, not this pseudo one today, the special edition, we will have 3 weeks worth of numbers to really look at, and
we're going to follow it every week.
We'll see what the drop off is for next week, because we'll be done with the holidays. Frankly, I think it's going to take another week to really know once the holidays are over, because. Here's the thing. I don't think this is getting repeat viewings like the second one did. It doesn't feel like it.
And Doomsday trailers, I don't think are pulling that off.
Yeah. I mean, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna
track it every week, and we were more than willing to admit we were wrong with the second one. We had to. So am I gonna be wrong on this one? There's always the possibility. You can't bet against Avatar,
which we're trying not to. Listen, I'm not so much betting. I'm not betting against Cameron. This isn't us betting against it. We're trying to be
at this movie making billions of dollars. It just has a bad break.
We're just talking about if it's going to make break even. Last time, you go back 2 years ago, we got it completely wrong. We got it embarrassingly wrong. Myself, Jed, and Dre. Embarrassing. We said, "Oh, this thing won't make this." No, we got embarrassed. We got embarrassed out the door. So much so, you're standing there pointing and laughing at us. And we have to stand there and let you do it. That's how bad it was. We were terrible last time. We have bent over backwards to be as overestimating as possible with this one, because we know. So I mean, you could be messing with us, but we've been messing with ourselves on this one. We have been very careful when it came to Avatar 3 in our predictions.
We've had to second guess ourselves this whole time.
Yeah. So. Well, all right. I mean, Ms. Sparkles, I know you're new here, but this is a sore spot for us from 2 years ago when we predicted Avatar. It's a very sore spot because we got it so wrong. It was embarrassing. We were fools, and we didn't like being made fools of by our predictions. So we really overestimated on this one. So we've been trying to adjust in a couple of weeks. So yes, we are a little triggered with good reason. But
we still think it's going to make a ridiculous amount of
gross. The gross is off the charts. The gross is off the charts, but it's a question: will it make money? And that's James Cameron bringing it up. Will it make money? That's him bringing it up, not us. All All right. Anyway, so come back next weekend, guys, the normal time, 3 p.m. Eastern, where we'll have the full crew here. And we'll come back to talk about it some more. And we'll talk about whatever happens this week. I'm hoping this will be a good week for news as we get out of the holiday stuff and things happen. Who knows? We never know. Honestly, behind the curtain, guys, most of the time, I never have the show planned until Saturday, until Friday night. I wait until the very last minute to like put the show together for Sunday. Jed knows. I go over it every weekend with him. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, here's what I think I have. Somehow we pull it off every time, though. Anyway, so Jed, what do you got coming on? What's going on this week with you? God damn it, I'm tired.
Well, you can all find me at Endless Frontiers on YouTube. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going live at 2 p.m. Eastern for the Write Your Flight podcast, doing the second chat, Choose Your Own Adventure stories, where I use a combination of dice rolls and super chats to craft a story and just have a fun little writing exercise, a little ad-lib storytelling with all of you. It seemed to be very well received last week when I tried it out, so I'm going to be doing that again. And then throughout the week, I'm going to be game streaming whatever I decide to stream. I haven't picked anything yet. There is currently a poll up on my channel to pick the next game that I stream. So definitely go check that out if you have a preference between stuff like Assassin's Creed Unity, God of War 2018, Witcher 2, and the Uncharted series. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So go over there and vote if you're interested in that. And then, of course, a Saturday Night Drive-In, which I have.
You have it?
A movie. Tentatively.
So do you want to announce it or do you want to think about it some more?
It's all about your response to it, so I'm okay announcing it, but you can veto it.
All right, go for it. I don't know what it's going to say.
I'm picking a movie that I know you watched last week, and I'm hoping with your ridiculous memory that you'll be able to remember and not have to rewatch, but I think it is time for us to watch
Lethal Weapon 2.
It's time.
I can do it. I just watched it. It's fun. Yeah, it's great. Of course.
You won't need to rewatch it?
No. I owned those on VHS, the trilogy before it was a quartet, and I used to watch them regularly. I know every beat of that movie. I for those who know, one of my Christmas traditions for Christmas Day is I now watch all 4 Lethal Weapon movies on Christmas Day. So I watched them all just a few days ago, all 4 of them. So I'm good for it. I ain't too old for this shit.
Have I ever told you how I first watched that series?
I don't think you have. Maybe you did. We'd have to go back and look at at that particular episode. Maybe you did. I don't know.
It's a ridiculous story. So when I was 15, we had a massive family reunion. I'm talking like great-grandparent level with hundreds of grandkids and all that crazy amounts of people. And the day one that we traveled there, because it was in Utah, I got the worst fever of my entire life. Like, I could not physically stand. It's the worst I've ever felt. Like some people, the way they describe COVID or the way you describe your China illness, that's what it was like. I was 15. I was on my ass. I could barely open my eyes. Like the lights hurt. It was by far the sickest I've ever been. And so I stayed in the hotel room while everyone else was doing the family reunion stuff. And the Lethal Weapons came on as a marathon on AMC. So I watched it all edited.
Edited. Oh, man.
I was a little confused, especially at the beginning of the first one. Like someone jumped off a building? Is that what happened? I wasn't sure. So I'm like barely like, this is so good, but my eyes hurt. I want to keep watching. But I got through all 4 of them and I absolutely love them.
Yeah. Miss Sparkles, you are welcome here. Don't worry. I think if you hang around long enough, when she reemerges, because she goes on, she disappears for a bit, there's another member of the chat called Ariel Ballet. I think you two are going to get along perfectly well. She's a troublemaker
Dangerously
too.
So.
That's going to be a dangerous pair. Dangerous pair. When you and Ariel come together, I think it'll be a dangerous pair when that happens and Ariel resurfaces again. Anyway, so Lethal Weapon 2, I'm down for it.
Let's do it. So that's this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Last thing I want to pimp is you can also check out my website, theendlessfrontierbooks.com, to get the prequel short story to my book universe, The Brighton Pacification, now available on there. I have 4 books written in this universe. I'm going to release them periodically over the next couple years. They're ready to go. There's no waiting on, should I give him money? Will he actually deliver? No, all 4 books are done. It's just a matter of scheduling when I can maximize the return on those. So if you're interested in seeing what that book universe will look like, check out The Brighton Pacification. Or if you're interested in my writing style, the chat Choose Your Own Adventure from last week, because we hit a super chat threshold, I went live last night with my wife called The Story Forge, where we actually started to write out the story while she did artwork for it. So people are getting a glimpse into my writing style, and they're horrified by the process, but seems like they're enjoying the results.
I could not do that. I could not show. I mean, I could not. I when I write, I have to be alone, and frankly, I put on a repetitive track that I listen to over and over again, a thing, just so that my
Keep you in the
mind,
right mood.
not my mood, just keeps my mind blank of anything else, and then I
Mhm.
kind of just lose myself in what I'm doing, and I can't be interactive with anybody when I'm writing. I guess then I might get up, I might pace around because if I get up, I have to walk around a little bit. And also I'm the guy that will talk out my dialogue sometimes.
Oh,
So
I do that as well.
I can't do that publicly. It sounds terrible. I can't do that. I could not do that. You did. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Anyway, all right. So check out Jed on Endless Frontiers. As for me, I was hoping to get in a gaming stream tonight, but I am quickly running out of time if I want to eat dinner and stuff like that, because I do have to go do my recording for Wormhole Watch with Brad, Hitman, and Fractured, where we talk Deep Space Nine. You can catch that every Wednesday, the edited version on Bradley Burnett's channel, Duke Devil 95. So I got to go talk Star Trek in a couple hours. So I don't think I have enough time to begin the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D gaming stream. So we might start that tomorrow. I already have started playing it. I did a little pre-grinding just so we can get a little leveled up and start our journey a little ahead of schedule. So you guys don't watch me walk in circles as I try to get mobs to attack me. Anyway, so yeah, that didn't
Are
happen.
you
To
going to join
Legatus.
me for those sessions?
You don't want me there. You don't want me there. You do not. Nobody will. Listen,
Legatus was very active in the chat. He helped me work through some word choices and stuff like that.
you see, that's the
I
thing.
think he
My word
enjoyed it.
choices come back later when I do an edit, and it's like, okay,
Mhm.
synonym time.
You
Let's
just
listen
get
to
it
it.
out, yeah.
Yeah, I just go.
I worry about the synonyms as I go. My
Yeah, see,
editing process is
the
mostly
editing
spell
process.
checks.
The editing and spell check come after. That's after, and then I will edit a chapter a couple of times before I start the next chapter and that kind of stuff. So so maybe tomorrow night we'll do a gaming stream.
Is using Legatus AI bot
He is a
cheating?
clanker. He is a clanker. The Canadian clanker. Now, of course, it is a regular week. So next week, we begin the normal schedule again, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. You got the Daily Dive, the Double Ds, where I go over the news of the day and other fun stuff where you guys basically influence the show. It's your show. It happens the way you want to. Then, of course, now it's a little delayed because of the holiday. I've watched it. You will also tomorrow get my review of Fallout Season 2, Episode 2. Wow, that second episode was boring as fuck. It's not even worthy of long form. I can get that shit done in 10 minutes or less.
Really?
I put it off to tomorrow because I wanted to take a nap after I was done and ate lunch. And I thought, I'm gonna take a nap before we do this. Because I didn't wake up till like 1 o'clock today. I slept a lot. So I'm putting it off tomorrow. So you guys get that tomorrow. It's not very exciting. It started off well with episode 1, and then they completely abandoned what made it interesting. Completely.
That's how I felt about season 1. I got to maybe episode 3 and I was just done. I didn't care
Well, that's the thing. It's
enough to even hate watch it.
because it's weekly now. You see how it goes on a week by week basis. With that first one, it was the batch drop. It was so tough to get through, and it was okay in the end. Point is, so expect that tomorrow. Shouldn't be very long. We might do game and stream also, but we also will tomorrow. We'll have tomorrow night Stream of Conscious. It's back since we are not doing Doctor Who Cares reviews because that ended a week early, mercifully. Then rest of the week, gaming streams, other streams, stuff like that. On New Year's Eve, on this channel, likely on Dermy's channel, maybe a couple others, you can catch Ballbusters Gaming Among Us New Year's Eve edition. And it's gonna listen, things will be said, and nobody will have any regrets later on because we will all hate each other by the time it's over, because that's how it goes with Among Us. And then we'll have Ballbusters on Friday, all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, we've got Drive-In, Lethal Weapon 2. And, of course, we'll be right back here next week in our normal time, 3 p.m. Eastern, for another roundtable with the gang where we'll go over the week's events. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for this impromptu special edition today where we just talked about my predictions. We hope you have a good rest of your evening. Have a good, safe New Year's, and we'll see you guys next week. Until then, take it easy, everybody.